Good day. Welcome to LatCon, Lateral Concepts Accounting System. Simple login at that point there. It will give you a list of your tasks, who's currently online. You've got a general ledger available to you. General ledger parameters, online help, general ledger parameters allow you to define whether, well, it's a perpetual general ledger, so you can define your year end, whether at the start or the end of the fiscal year, starting month of the fiscal year, and you can lock periods before and after so that no one can post there, especially which year. This allows accountants to continue doing previous work while only other people can only post in their current period. You can define locations, departments, and categories, or nothing at all. You got your different banks, you got your categories, as you saw, locations, Japan, and financial report classifications. Accounts, simple accounts, you can define them over there, whether it's a fixed asset, liability, and you can define different class codes where you want to put it if need be. Location, cannot have it, must not have it, stop it from the posting. So in other words, you can lock it out. You can define whether it's active or not so that no one can post into it. Budgets, you can physically type in budgets, or at a later stage the system will automatically cancel them out for you. There's still a lot of work to be done to define account activities. You got your various different combinations just by simply having a few different locations, a few different departments, and it will create a formatted account for you if you want to work with those. Journals, it's a simple journal where you can physically type in what you want there, test, this description will get posted across through for you. If it's out of balance, it will physically tell you that it cannot be posted. If I remove that, as you can see, it can be posted. Journals, instead of having to retype all the work all the time, you can physically save a bunch of different Excel spreadsheets, especially with your recurring journals, which you do on a monthly basis. Save them all. You just need to copy the required information, whether it's 2 lines, whether it's 1,000 lines, it's immaterial. Just physically copy the information, and you paste it there. If you physically type in a period, it will automatically adjust the period to your current fiscal year. Beginning balance and ending balance are special because it allows you to cater for the start or the end of the period without workings in between if you want, if you need anything specifically there. Otherwise, just a simple adjustment or whatever you want. The description to be typed in, whatever you want. Comments for yourself, you can type in over there, save it, and the system will automatically convert it into a GL account for you. Debit amounts, credit amounts. Once it's saved, as you can see, it physically becomes available to you. You're able to print out a PDF if need be. There's no need to save PDFs because they can be recreated at any particular stage, and it will tell you if it's in balance or out of balance. As you can see, it's unposted, so there won't be any references yet. Account maintenance we've catered for. Posted journals information. You can see all your different posted journals already, whether they've been moved to work in progress, package raw, raw materials adjusted, packaging adjusted, work in progress moved to finished goods. And once again, you can see a GL posting of it, and it'll show you everything, what happened there. So there's no need to save anything whatsoever, because it can always be reproduced. Clicking Lateral takes you back to the main menu. You've got your different class codes. It's showing you there. You've got online help available to you at any particular stage. That is simply in your details. You can define whether you want to display help or not. Once you get used to it, you can type in extra information, your default warehouse, default departments, default locations, and if you're using categories, they can come up there. How many rows you want to see on each screen, different themes, your personal preference, whether you want dark or light, it's available to you at that point there. I prefer a lighter one. You are capable of, in the inventory control, you have your different parameters, what percentage is allocated to freight when items are moved, what weight, what percentage of the value of the freight is allocated to weight or volume, or even the value if there's possibly insurance or so. Stock take, frozen, current on hand. Okay, your ABC method calculations, there's still a fair amount that I need to do there. Your different warehouses, you can define your different warehouses at that point there. Who to update, who to contact. Once again, everything is flexible at that point there. Unit of measure, you can physically define your units of measure, whether it's liters, kilograms, 20 liters. It's physically defined as a liter volume. You can decide what it is, whether to allow conversions or not. The system will automatically do the conversions from liters to mass based on whatever the densities of the finished goods are. If it's not calculating properly, you can physically do an overriding unit of measure conversion. Items, you've got your various items. You can update, you can physically type in your volumes, your densities, and it will calculate this all out automatically from you. Your last cost. At this stage I've just concentrated more on the average cost, but it can be changed. You've got your finished goods available to you, and item type, a standard inventory item. This item is actually manufactured, so I can physically change it to a manufactured type. Products, paints, and once I'm happy with everything, I save it. Now I can define a filter, and I can say the name must have the word paint in it, and hit the filter button, and only those items will be displayed. I can, if I wanted to, take it entire list. Whoops. Obviously, I haven't got everything up and running completely. I can convert it straight into an Excel spreadsheet as required. Manufacturing side, I can create my formulas. I can give it a code, descriptions, more internal comments, whether what the yield is, whether it's kilograms, liters. It's entirely up to you. The formula cost will be recalculated. The days to manufacture you can type in, or it can be recalculated. You can add in your items, and you can define whether it must be shown on the batch sheet or not. This is ideal if you want to, if there's extra costs involved, to recalculate the cost of the item, but they don't need to be shown on the batch sheet. Once again, your online help's available to you. You can save it. Under the action, you can define what packages are done. It's an acrylic roof paint. It will calculate out the cost of what's required. And because you need 20 liters of it, it works out what the original formula cost was, combine the two, and we'll recalculate it. And it's entirely up to you whether you're working in liters, kilograms. As you can see, I can change it to liters, kilograms. Whoops, sorry, not there. Action, my packing maintenance, update. I can define that I need 20 liters, or I can say I need one 20-liter container. It doesn't really matter. I can physically use this and recalculate the costs of every single item. It will give me a notification that they costed. I can click closed. On the help, I can even close that if need be. Batch orders are simple. Create a new batch. Physically choose a formula, which warehouse is making it, save, and it will automatically transfer everything across for me. Once I'm happy with everything, I can save it. I've got the capability of printing out a batch sheet, and it will print out the PDF that you can see. It's simple, straightforward, and you can print it out whenever you want to. No need to physically force hard copies. Once you're happy with everything, you just start the batch. When it's going to be started, you start there, save, and the batch is now gone there. It will now be in batch order completion. They're all sitting in progress because they're waiting to be made. If you decide, no, you've spilt that batch, you can write off the batch, the day that you wrote it off, and it will be written off. Or if you wanted to, you can say you want to cancel that batch. All those items will then be taken back from work in progress and placed back into inventory. If you had received new items at a different cost, those items there, because of the old cost, it will automatically be recosted for you. So your costs will always stay in order for you. Manufacturer parameters. Okay, we're not using these manufacturing numbers. I shall be removing those. At any particular stage, you can see all your historical batch orders, cancelled, written off, completed, and you can at any stage view the PDFs, what should have been made there. Same in your general ledger. Reports, you've got your historical journals available to you. What happened, you can see the PDFs. It was written off, and items, and the items were posted into obsolescence, debits, credits, everything in balance. Whether there's a power failure or not, these transactions are what they call atomic and acidic. If it is out of balance, it will not be posted. They can never be out of balance. The beautiful thing about the system is if you try to take a unit of measure code or try and take anything that has been used and try and delete it, the system will say it is not, whoops, sorry, my mistake there, but as you can see there, restricted error, it will not allow it to be deleted because the item has been used before. The best is to rather mark them as inactive, that they can't be used. That's just a quick summary. There's plenty more available, but time's running out. So let me log out and take care.